Hi, everybody. So today we have a tour in the VR community about this boardroom and a few other experiences. And this tour is provided by Parfunkel.
Got a couple spots to show you at the university, and then I've got my home that I scanned that I think turned out pretty well. So we'll wrap up there, and then we'll have a Q&A and some other stuff. So yeah. Cool. So I'm looking to Ireynod to tell me when to start or whatever, but you let me know when we're ready. So my avatar says Parfunkel, and that's because I think most of you remember the American group Simon and Garfunkel, and so this was my nickname. My friend's name was Jim, and we loved Simon and Garfunkel. So he was Jaimin, and I was Parfunkel because my real name is Paul. And so it's worked out quite. I never knew that I'd be able to use it, but when you make up a name, it's not used on the internet, so I'm probably the only Parfunkel you're ever going to see, right? So that's nice. You get there. So what you're standing in right now, we are on the third floor of a building owned by my university, and the university I work for is Grand Valley State University, or we just call it Grand Valley, or shorthand GVSU. And so we actually have two campuses. One is out in the middle of a cornfield, about 20 miles west of here. That's the original campus. We are a relatively young university, created in 1960 compared to many of the other more mature universities. That's pretty recent. I think that's only 60 years. But about 20 years ago, they started a downtown campus here in Grand Rapids, and so what you're looking at over there is downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it's nice because you see the Grand River, where we get our name from, Grand Rapids, Grand River, and Grand Valley. So everything's grand around here. We're very grand people. And as I was, the reason I picked this spot to start with was because we had so many windows, and the view of downtown is nice. The one thing that I wanted to draw your attention to is we're reclaiming the riverbanks. It's taken many years. I'm sure this is in other countries as well, but in the United States we tended to put factories and stuff on the river so that we could pollute more easily, I think. And so I think we finally figured out that maybe we should use it for entertainment. And so it's taken 100 years or more, but we're reclaiming the this, and over right behind Mike is Q Creator, excuse me. There's a downtown amphitheater that's taken 10 or 15 years in the planning, and it's going to open up this spring. And we've got some really big outdoor concerts coming in, and we're very excited about revitalizing downtown Grand Rapids. So, well, I could answer questions here, but I'd like to take you to my classroom next. Yeah. So we are physically across the parking lot from where we were a moment ago. That's all we are. So this is the Seidman College of Business, named after a famous Grand Rapids native who went to work in Washington for Jerry Ford. And this is a relatively new building. It's maybe, 15 years old. And so we host the School of Business for Grand Valley here. We have about the university itself has about 24,000 students, and the college, this college, has about 4,500 students in it. So the largest college of the school of the colleges we have in the university. So like I said, I like this class because I don't have to stay in one spot. I frequently move over here, and I'll lecture from over here, or I'll lecture from over here. And I like putting the students in groups, and it's very conducive to that. So I thought I would go to our next location. Looks like we made the transfer pretty easily. So are we okay with me going next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So this...
Oh, this would be my spot.
Ho già vu. Ouais, mais l'autre, c'est le même.
So
Hello,
what?
Frenchman.
Oh,
I
cool.
probably didn't do this very well. We're right back across the parking lot again. If you go over here, this is the room we started in. You can
Yeah.
barely see it over there. Okay,
Yeah.
but this is this is what we call our FutureEDlab. And we got a nice little balcony. We're going to listen to the concerts when they finally start in the spring.
Oh, nice.
But what I like about this is the amount of, in this particular scan, look how far I can go. Because I can start over here, and I can go way over here. I keep going. I can
There's
down here.
so much walking space here.
I know.
Wow.
And I love the fact that we can go into various rooms and sort of disappear from each other. Like this little study
the
nook.
balcony, the fact I can step out the balcony to the glass.
I should have scanned the balcony. I wish I had,
we
I don't know how to
sort of get out there a bit. I know this.
Yeah, I didn't know how to open the door, scan it, and not have the whole place freeze while I was doing it. So I didn't do that. But, yeah. So I didn't. It does stop over here. Unfortunately, I can't go back over there. But this is a. By the way, does anybody know why? Look at this, and this is going to happen in another scan. Is I go off just to what Anna Rosa did. We stay
Yeah.
elevated over the space, which is weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
that
think
happens when you do a stairs from the top of the stairs and you film down.
Right, exactly.
It happens
I
to me
know.
too. I did my home and I can just float in my staircase.
Same thing. Anyway, let me go to the next location, and you'll see. I want you to go through it, try to explore. Look how far you can get around. You can go around the.
Whoa.
You could actually play. Let's play hide and seek.
Yeah, exactly. You can go into the kitchen. I can go in the kitchen over here. I can go over here to a little. Annie Rosie and I are back over here. I didn't scan the bathrooms. I probably should have, in case you had to go to the bathroom. Sorry. Yeah. But
This is so cool.
isn't that awesome?
Yes.
But
grief.
This is
So-
outrageous.
I'm lost now.
I wasn't lost before.
So I'm going to ask you to come into the boardroom, would you please? I teach, of course, business students, but the things that I'm limited on is the venues that I can use. Right? I need to put students into. I mean, the whole point is to make it immersive and get them to sweat. I mean, when I put them into talking to a business person, I want them to be immersed. I want them to feel like they're talking to a business person, right? A CEO or a hiring manager or whatever. But the venue is somewhat lacking, and we have to use the same venues for multiple things, right? Well, wouldn't it be great to come in here and force them to do their interview in this boardroom, right? Where they have to sit in one of these chairs and the chairman of the board, or there's a panel interview, and they all know this boardroom. This is an important boardroom for Grand Valley, particularly for Seidman, because you can see, we're still downtown. You still see the downtown. This is the parking lot. All the students know where I am right now, so that they would appear in the lobby. The interviewers would already be in here. They would come in and sit down like they were coming into a real honest-to-God interview, and we would conduct the interview. Wouldn't that be incredible? And we are so close to being able to do that. We aren't there yet, but we're going to get there.
Do it right now. I mean, in this
Well,
case anyway.
we can, but we can't, right? I mean, it's not the same. For one, I can't sit down here. I can't really do any presentations in here. It's a pretty. It's far more dynamic than a 360 video, because we can traverse and we can navigate around it, but it's still fairly static. Once it's created, I can't do much with it.
Sure.
Right?
And the avatars are not really up to it, are they?
Not really, not yet, but they will be soon. I mean, if anybody's played with the Apple Vision Pro, you realize that photorealistic avatars are not that far away. We don't know what they'll be, but they'll be there. All right, so this is the last scan from a work standpoint. I'm going to take you to some spaces that are important to me.